Hey everybody, welcome back to James Draws Everything, and today we are continuing our Drawing Every Country in the World's Flag series, and we're going to Africa, kind of. We're going to be doing the Seychelles. So it's actually the smallest country in Africa. Only about a little bit less than 100,000 people live there, and I'll show you where it is in just a second here. So it's let's get my map here. It's kind of just off the coast of Madagascar. So I mean, it is Africa, but it's kind of not. It counts as Africa, but it's, yeah, a bunch of islands kind of off the coast there. And it is a newer country. It gained independence in 1976, and we'll go over that in just a second here. Just before I start, it is one of the longer flags, so I'm just going to extend my lines just a little bit. Yeah, so Seychelles, it actually did not have an indigenous population before the French arrived in the 16th century. So it kind of bounced back between French and British influence. France ceded the islands to the British in 1814. So let me just get started on the flag here. Yeah, not having an indigenous population meant that basically they had a big slave population that was brought over from natives in Africa, neighboring Africa, because yeah, it was kind of like a plantation-based economy. Today it's mostly just tourism, not a whole ton of natural resources there. Very tropical climate, and they actually sit right outside of like the major storm belts, so they don't really get hammered with too many crazy tsunamis and hurricanes and whatnot that may hit other parts in that area. Does have a very low elevation though, the Seychelles, the islands. So as sea levels rise, that could be a concern going forward. Most of the population only lives on one of the islands. The island, I believe it's Mali, it's pronounced. Okay. And this flag, again, because this is a new country, it kind of gives me like 1995 Microsoft Paint vibes. It's pretty simple, just a bunch of color bands kind of hitting coming out of the corner here, so you're almost getting like a little looks like a little perspective, 1 point perspective lesson. Not really, but yeah, it kind of looks like sunbeams or something. So we'll just start working on that. Yeah, and all of these newer flags, especially these island flags, kind of have that vibe. Like they look like something that would have been on like a t-shirt in like the 1990s, or you know, like a screensaver or something you did in one of those primitive paint programs like Paint 95. I definitely remember those. We're starting on page 3 today, so we're getting there, moving along. Sorry, let me just finish this here. Okay. So it kind of represents, I guess, like the reason why it's all like kind of sprawled out like that, coming out of that point. Represents a dynamic new country moving into the future. So again, it is a pretty new country. You know, not really post-colonial Africa. That's that period you kind of more consider like the 1960s Again, this country achieved independence in 1976. Okay, and then this part is white, so we just got one more little band, or sunbeam, or whatever you want to call it, to draw on the bottom. And it, for some reason, this one actually does not come to that point, so we're just gonna kind of make it close enough with our green, and then there's like white in the middle. Okay, so let me just get this on there. Alright, so let me just start working on this green. And then as I'm coloring this, I'm trying to pay attention, I'll let you know what all this stuff means. So the blue, okay, island country, can you guess? Guess, yeah, the sky and the sea. And then the yellow, also, come on, this is easy. Island country, yellow represents the sun. Okay, and the red always means pretty much the same thing. In this case, people's determination to work for the future in unity and love. Work for the future. And actually, the Seychelles did have a bit of a Soviet influence after they achieved independence. They got a lot of weapons from them. They did have a socialist government for a long period of time. So that workers unite crap kind of gets into their flag. And the white stands for social justice and harmony, and the green is, of course, the land and the natural resources of the environment. So that is the Seychelles. Let me just close out the flag here with my lines. So we are on page 3, finally, moving along, one a day, every day. Seychelles. Alright, smallest country in Africa, kind of, sort of Africa. Islands off the coast of Africa is more accurate. But that's Seychelles. So don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.